way! Billionaire lost all the money he had in just one day. Chai! Oya, let me give you the gist of how it happened. Kelvin drove his black Range Rover car through the automatic gate of his mansion. The compound was very beautiful and there are flowers everywhere. His wife, Teresa, stood at the entrance with a bright smile on her face. "Welcome home, my love," she said as she hugged him. Kelvin was a successful businessman who dealt in importing and exporting. He imported electronics, furniture, and luxury goods from China, then sold them across the country. He started his business when he was just 25 years old, and now at 38, he had built an empire. His warehouse was always bustling with containers arriving and trucks departing. He had branches in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Money was not Kelvin's problem. He could buy anything he wanted. His two children attended one of the most expensive international schools in the country, where the school fees was over 10 million naira per year for each child. Kelvin was not just rich for himself alone. He was known in his family as the one who sorted everyone's problem. During Christmas, his family house in the village would be filled with relatives waiting to receive their Christmas rice, money, and gifts from him. He never disappointed anyone. He's a very generous man. That evening, as they sat in their dining room, eating jollof rice and fried chicken prepared by their housemaid, Teresa brought up a topic she had been talking about for months. "My husband," she started. "I have something on my mind." Kelvin looked up. "What is it, my love? Talk to me." "I am getting bored at home," Teresa said. "All I do is to wake up, watch Netflix, gist with my neighbors and friends, and wait for you to come back. I am not comfortable not contributing financially to those family. I want to work. I need a job. I need a business. I want to do something meaningful with my time." Kevin dropped his fork and looked at his wife. "Seriously, Teresa, we have discussed this matter before. Your duty is to take care of me and the children. I don't want you to work. I don't want you to stress yourself. I don't want you doing anything apart from just eating well and taking care of yourself. For me, I want you to be getting younger every day, not older because of work stress." "But my husband," No buts," Kelvin interrupted. "What will people say? That I cannot take care of my own wife? That I am not man enough to provide for my family? No, Teresa. As long as I am alive and breathing, you will not work, and that is final." Teresa sighed. She knew her husband's mindset. It was part of the men who believe that when a woman works, it means her husband is not a real man. It was the way he was raised, and the way many men in their circle thought. She decided to let the matter rest for now. Despite his old-fashioned views, Kevin was a romantic husband. He made sure Teresa lacked nothing. Just last month, he surprised her with a brand new car for her birthday. He took her on trips to Dubai for shopping, to South Africa for holidays, and to Ghana just to eat Ghana jollof. Teresa was a lucky woman, and she knew it. She was also a good wife who knew how to take care of her husband. She made sure his clothes were always ironed, his food was always ready, and the house was always clean and organized. She never gave him any reason to look at another woman. Their marriage was the type that other couples envied. 3 months later, on a Friday evening, Kevin came home with exciting news. Teresa Teresa, he called out as he entered the house. She rushed out from the kitchen. What is it? Is everything okay? You remember my old friend, Felix, from university days? The one I told you about? Yes, the one you used to play football with, Teresa asked. Exactly. He just called me. He is coming to Lagos for a job interview. He wants to stay with us for a few days. I already told him yes, he will arrive tomorrow. Teresa was not really comfortable with the idea of having a guest in their house, especially someone she had never met before. But she knew her husband well. Kevin was the type of man who could accommodate and feed the whole nation if he has the chance. Okay, my husband, if that is what you want, then he is welcome, she said. The next day, Felix arrived. My guy, Kevin shouted as he hugged Felix tightly. Welcome to my home. Thank you, my brother. God bless you for accommodating me. I will stay for 1 week, I promise, Felix said. 1 week? You can stay for 1 year even if you want. This is your house too, Kevin replied. They showed Felix his room. Felix could not believe his eyes. This was better than any hotel he could afford. He went for his interview the next day. When he came back, he looked so sad. How did it go? Kelvin asked. They said they will get back to me, but I don't think I got it. There were over 2,000 people there, just for 5 positions. Felix replied. Don't worry, something better will come. Kelvin encouraged him. Tuesday came and Wednesday came, but Felix was still in their house. Teresa expected him to leave since the interview was over, but he did not mention anything about going back. Instead, he was getting very comfortable, eating their food, watching movies, using free Wi-Fi. Who no like better thing? 3 weeks passed, then 4 weeks. He was still in their house. One evening, Teresa decided to talk to her husband about Felix. My husband, please don't be annoyed with what I want to say. She started when Kelvin returned. What is it? Kelvin asked. It's about your friend Felix. He has been here for 1 month. When is he leaving? The interview is over, and I thought he said he will stay for just 1 week. Kelvin laughed. Teresa, don't be like that now. Felix is my guy. He's like my brother. He's going through a hard time now. How can I send him away? Where will he go? I have the means to take care of him, so why are you complaining? I am not complaining, my husband. I'm just asking when he will leave. It is not that he's causing trouble, but what? Do we lack food in this house? Do we lack space? Teresa, please, let Felix be. When God blesses him, he will go. Don't worry yourself about it. Felix was living like a king in Kelvin's house. The housemaid would serve him breakfast in bed if he wanted. He had no bills to pay, no responsibilities, nothing to worry about. But as the days went by, something began to grow in Felix's heart. He started to notice things. He noticed how Kevin would come back from work and casually drop bundles of cash on the table. How Teresa would go shopping and come back with expensive bags. One day, Kevin came home very excited. Felix, come and see, he called out. Felix came out to the compound and saw a brand new car. What do you think? Kelvin asked with a big smile. Wow, it's beautiful. Felix became troubled. This man just bought a car like he was buying bread from the roadside. Another day, Kevin was on the phone in the living room while Felix pretended to be watching TV. Yes, the container has arrived at the port. 50 plasma TVs, 100 home theaters, 200 laptops, Yes, I will clear it next week. The profit will be around 30 million naira after all expenses. Felix almost choked on the water he was drinking. 30 million naira from just one container. How many containers does this man clear in a month? Felix began to calculate in his head. If Kelvin clears 4 containers in a month, that is 120 million naira monthly. In a year, that is, he couldn't even calculate it. That night, Felix could not sleep. He kept thinking about his own life. He was 40 years old with nothing to show for it. No car, no house, no business, no steady job. He was squatting in his friend's house like a homeless person. Meanwhile, Kelvin, who is even younger than him, was living in luxury. This is not fair. Felix whispered to himself in the dark. Why should one person have so much while another person has nothing? We went to the same university. We graduated the same year. So why is his life so different from mine? The more Felix stayed in that house, the more the envy grew. Every time Kelvin shared his business achievements with him, the more jealous he became. Felix, guess what? Kelvin said one evening, I just got a new contract to supply electronics to a company in Abuja. The contract is worth 20 million naira. Wow! Congratulations, brotherly. Felix said with a fake smile, while his heart was burning with jealousy inside. And guess what? Kelvin said, I am planning to buy a plot of land in Banana Island. It is expensive, but it is a good investment. Banana Island? That place where one plot is like 200 million naira. Yes, my friend, but it is an investment. In the next 2 to 3 years, I can sell it like 500 million naira. So it is an investment. That night, Felix made a decision. He needed to find a way to make money quickly. He was tired of being poor. He was tired of seeing his mates enjoy life while he was suffering. He needed to do something. It was a Tuesday afternoon. Kelvin was in his shop. His shop was always busy with customers. He had sales boy working for him, and they were all busy attending to different customers. Suddenly, 2 men in black suits walked into the shop. They looked different from the regular customers. This men looked corporate. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Kelvin? One of them asked. Yes, I am Kelvin. How can I help you? Kelvin replied, wondering how they knew his name. Sir, we are from the Providence Investment Limited. We've been watching your business for some time now, and we are impressed with how well you are doing. We would like to discuss a business opportunity with you. Kelvin was curious. What kind of business opportunity? Sir, it is noisy here. Can we go somewhere more private? The man asked. So they went to a nearby restaurant and sat down. The man brought out a big file with documents, graphs and charts. Sir, we deal in cryptocurrency investments and international forex trading. The man explained. We help businessmen like you to multiply their money quickly. The market is booming now, and we can guarantee you 100% profits within 3 months. Some of our clients have even made 200% profits. Kelvin's eyes was wide open. 100% profits in 3 months? That means if I invest 10 million naira, I will get back 20 million. Exactly, sir, you get it. And the more you invest, the more you gain. If you invest 50 million, you get back 100 million. It is that simple. We have been in this business for 5 years and we have never disappointed any of our clients. They showed him documents with names of investors and their testimonies. They showed him bank statements, certificates, and even photographs of their office in VI. We are a registered company with CAC, the man said, showing him a certificate. Everything is legal and legitimate. You have nothing to worry about. Kelvin collected the documents and told them he would think about it and get back to them. They gave him their business cards and left. That evening, when Kelvin got home, he was very excited. He went straight to meet Teresa in the bedroom. "My wife, come and see what I want to show you," he said, spreading the documents on the bed. Teresa looked at the papers with suspicion. "What is this?" "Some investors came to my shop today. They said they can help me double my money in just 3 months. Imagine, if I invest 10 million, I will get back 20 million back." Teresa's face became serious. "My husband, please. I don't trust this kind of thing. You know how these people operate in Lagos. They will just collect your money and disappear. Please, let us face the business we are doing. It is bringing money steady, steady. Why do you want to put your hand in something you don't even understand?" But look at the documents now. Everything looks genuine. They even have office in VI. Kelvin said, "My husband, please, I'm begging you, don't do it. I have a bad feeling about this," Teresa pleaded. Kelvin kept quiet, but in his mind, he was still thinking about the opportunity. 100% profit in 3 months. That was too good to let go. Later that night, he went to Felix's room with the documents. "Guy, come and see something," Kelvin said, sitting on Felix's bed. Felix collected the documents and started reading them carefully. He read them once, twice, and 3 times. "Kelvin, my brother, this is huge," Felix finally said. "This is very juicy. If I were in your shoes, I would jump on it immediately. In fact, I will put everything I have in this business." You think so?" Kelvin asked. "Think so? I am 100% sure. Look at the testimonies here. Look at these graphs showing how the money grows. My brother, this is a good opportunity. I didn't mean I have enough money. I will have invested in it." Kelvin smiled. "You know what? If this business clicks, I will give you a small cut. In fact, I will give you 1 million naira for encouraging me to invest." Felix laughed. "I will be waiting for my cut too. But seriously, Kelvin, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Money is meant to work for you, not to just sit in the bank." That night, Kelvin could not sleep. He was thinking about the investments. His wife said no, but his friends said yes. Who should he listen to? As a businessman, he knew that to make more money, you need to take calculated risk. Maybe this was one of those risks that will pay off big. The next morning, Kelvin made up his mind. He picked up the business card and called the number. "Hello, is this Providence Investments Limited?" he asked. "Yes, sir." "Yes, it is me. I have decided to invest with you people." "Wonderful, sir, wonderful. That is the best decision you will ever make." He decided to go to his bank and apply for business loan of $700,000. Because he was a good customer with a solid business record, the bank approved it quickly. He used his properties as collateral. Within 1 week, he had gathered $1 million. He called Mr. Johnson back. "I want to invest $1 million, Kelvin said. "Excellent choice, sir. You will not regret this. When can you come to our office?" "I will come tomorrow." The next day, Kelvin went to their office. The office looked impressive with modern furnitures, computers, and staff members working. He signed some papers and transferred the money to their accounts. Congratulations, sir. In 3 months, you will have $2 million. We will send you weekly updates on how your investment is performing, Mr. Johnson said with a big smile as they shook hands. Kevin left the office feeling so happy. When he got home, he told Felix the good news. I did it. I invested $1 million. Kelvin said, my brother, you have made the right choice. In 3 months, you will be thanking me. Don't forget my $1 million, no, Felix said as he was laughing. Don't worry, I will not forget, Kelvin replied. But he didn't tell his wife. He planned to surprise her when the profit comes. 1 week after, Felix announced that he found an apartment and he was moving out. Teresa was relieved when she heard the news. Finally, the man was leaving. She had been patient for almost 9 months. She was tired of having him around. They helped Felix pack the thing, and Kelvin even gave him money and to settle in his new place. Thank you, my brother. You have done so much for me. I will not forget your kindness, Felix said as he hugged Kelvin goodbye. The first week after the investments, Kelvin received a message saying his investment was doing well and showing him charts. The second week, the same thing. He was happy that his investment is yielding. But a month after, something changed. He tried to call Mr. Johnson to get an update, but the number was not going through. He thought maybe it was a network problem. He tried again. The next day, still the same thing. He tried calling the other number on their business card. Not going through either. Kelvin started feeling uncomfortable. He decided to visit their office in VI. When he got there, the office was completely empty. The furniture was gone. The signboard was gone. It was just an empty room with nothing inside. Where is Providence Investment Limited? Kelvin asked the security man at the building. There is no name bearing that here, the security man replied. Kelvin's hands started shaking. He rushed back into his car and sat there for almost 1 hour, unable to move. He couldn't think straight. How was he going to tell his wife? How was he going to pay back the bank loan? What about his business? When he finally got home that evening, Teresa knew immediately that something was wrong. What happened? Why are you looking like this? She asked, very concerned. Kelvin couldn't hold it anymore. He broke down and told her everything. The investments, the $1 million, the bank loan, the collateral, everything. Teresa moved backward and sat on the sofa. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. You did what? She shouted. After I warned you, after I begged you not to do it, you went ahead and not only invested, but you borrowed money from the bank. Kevin, how could you? Did they use jazz on you? She started crying. All the years of building their life together, all the comforts they enjoyed, everything was about to come crashing down. I'm sorry. I thought it was a good opportunity, Kelvin said, crying with her. He went back to the bank to beg for more time, but they were not sympathetic. Business is business. Mr. Kelvin, you signed an agreement. The loan was supposed to be paid back in 6 months. If you cannot pay, We will have to seize the properties you used as collateral, the bank manager said. After 6 months, the bank came with a court order. They seized all his properties, and the worst part, they gave him 24 hours to vacate his house because he had also used the house documents as part of the collateral. Teresa packed their things with tears flowing down her eyes. Kelvin thought about going back to his family house in the village, but the shame was too much. How would he face his relatives? The same relatives he used to help with money. How would he tell them that the rich Kelvin was now poor? Where can we go? Kelvin asked. Teresa looked at her husband. Just follow me. Follow you to where? Kelvin asked, looking confused. Teresa told the driver to just drive. I will direct you. After 45 minutes of driving through traffic, they arrived in front of a house. Park here, she said. The driver parked the car. Whose house is this? Kelvin asked. Teresa brought out a key from her purse and opened the gate. Then she turned to look at her husband. It is mine, she said. Yours? What do you mean it is yours? Kelvin was shocked. They entered the house. Teresa sat her husband down and began to explain. Do you remember all those years when you gave me monthly upkeep? Sometimes you gave me 200,000, sometimes 300, sometimes 500, sometimes even 1 million, depending on how your business is going. Kelvin nodded, still confused. Well, I didn't spend all of it. I opened a secret account that you did not know about. I kept saving and saving, bit by bit. But why didn't you tell me? Kelvin asked. Because I know you, my husband. But I wanted to save for the rainy day. My mother always told me, a wise woman builds a house. So I was building. Tears started rolling down Kelvin's face. So I decided to buy this small house a year ago. I was planning to rent it out. I never knew it would be the house that would save us eventually. Kelvin couldn't hold it anymore. He burst into tears and hugged his wife tightly. I am sorry. I'm so sorry for not listening to you. I'm sorry for being stubborn. I'm sorry for almost destroying everything we've built. Thank you for being wise, babe. Thank you for saving us. Thank you for not giving up on me, he said. That night, Kelvin could not sleep. He kept thinking about everything that had happened. He had almost lost everything, but he still had his wife, his children, and a roof over his head. That was something. One morning, about a week after they moved into their house, Teresa made a suggestion over breakfast. My husband, I think we should report this matter to the police properly. Not just a statement, but a full investigation. Maybe they can trace where the money went. I don't have money for investigation, no. You know how things work in Niger. The police will ask for money at every step. Kelvin replied, looking discouraged. I still have some savings left. We can use part of it to push this investigation. We cannot just let them go like that. It is not a small money, oh. Teresa insisted. Kelvin agreed. They went to the police station and this time, they met a serious inspector who seemed genuinely interested in helping them. Teresa gave the officer money to facilitate the investigation. The inspector got to work immediately. He contacted the bank where Kelvin had transferred the money and requested their account details. After 2 weeks of investigation, following the digital trail from one account to another, they made a shocking discovery. The inspector called Kelvin and Teresa to the station. "Mr. Kelvin, I have some interesting information for you." The inspector said, "We have traced the money. It moved from the Providence investment account to another account, then to another, then finally to an account under the name of Felix Okonkwo." "Felix? No, it cannot be. Felix is my friend. We went to university together. He stayed in my house. I fed him. I gave him money. Felix cannot do this to me." Kelvin said, "I am afraid it is true, sir. We have the bank statements here. The final destination of your money is an account belonging to Felix Okonkwo. We also discovered that one of the phone numbers used by the so-called Providence Investment Limited is registered in his name." "I knew there was something about that man. I knew it," Teresa said. The police immediately swung into action. They tracked Felix's location through his phone and bank transactions. Felix was arrested and was brought to the station. Kelvin could barely recognize him. Felix was wearing expensive outfits. This was not the same struggling man who had come to his house months ago. "Why?" Kelvin asked, his voice shaking with emotions. "Why did you do this to me? I took you into my home. I fed you. I treated you like a brother. Why?" Felix looked down, unable to meet Kelvin's eyes. "I'm sorry." "Sorry? You are sorry? Felix, you destroyed my life. My family is suffering because of you, and all you can say is sorry?" Kelvin shouted. The inspector calmed Kelvin down and asked Felix to explain how he did it. Felix confessed everything. He said when he was staying in Kelvin's house, he noticed how successful he was. The envy ate him up inside until he decided to do something about it. He connected with some Yahoo boys he knew, and they helped him set up the fake investment company. He was the one who gave them information about Kelvin, his name, his business, address, and everything. He even gave them the idea to approach Kelvin at his shop. After Kelvin invested, they shared the money. "So all those times you were encouraging me to invest, telling me it was a good opportunity, you were setting me up?" Kelvin asked. Felix nodded. "I was jealous. I was envious. I wanted to have what you have. I'm so sorry, my friend." The police was able to recover $500,000. With the money recovered, Kelvin was able to pay back part of his bank loan. Felix was charged to court for fraud and conspiracy. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Life in their new house was different, but they were adjusting. One evening, as they sat in their living room, Kelvin told Teresa, "Dear, I have been thinking about what you said many months ago, about wanting to work, about wanting to contribute financially to the family." Teresa looked up, surprised. "I was wrong," Kelvin continued. "I was wrong to think that you working means I am not man enough. I was wrong to hold you back. A real man is not someone who caged his wife at home. A real man is someone who supports his wife to become the best version of herself. With the small money we have left, I want us to start a business together. Not just me, but both of us. What do you think?" Teresa smiled. "I would love that, my husband." They used the remaining money to start a supermarket. Teresa managed the supermarkets while Kelvin slowly rebuilt his import business. They worked as a team, making decisions together and building together. Teresa proved to be an excellent businesswoman. She knew how to manage money, how to deal with customers, and how to make the business profitable. Within 1 year, they had opened a second branch. Within 2 years, they had paid off all their debts and they were able to recover all they've lost. Teresa's wisdom and secret savings saved the entire family. She did not waste the money her husband gave her. Instead, she was saving. Everyone should have some savings that can save as emergency funds. You never know when life will throw challenges at you. Beware of get-rich-quick schemes. If something sounds too good to be true, 100% profit in 3 months, it is not normal. In Nigeria, many people have lost their life savings to Ponzi schemes, fake investments, and fraudulent business opportunities. Legitimate business takes time. It takes patience and it takes hard work. For Felix, instead of being inspired to work hard and build his own life, he allowed jealousy to turn him into a criminal. We finally come to the end of today's story. This story is brought to you by Tales by Timmy. We hope you enjoyed listening to it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share the story. Till I see you again. Bye.